Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob and thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to talk a little bit something that can be a kind of a stressful subject. We're going to go into a little bit of a dive when it comes to pre-trip COVID tips. That's right, we're going to talk about the COVID tips, things that you need to know when it comes to sailing Disney before you go. These are must-knows. And if you find any value from what you see today, consider liking and subscribing to our channel. We would appreciate your support there. Let us know what you think in the comments below. What are some of the tips that you like that you think should be mentioned? Is there something specific that you've had experience with? I know there's people like me and others out there who are always looking for more and helpful tips, so definitely consider putting those in the comment section below. Now diving right into this, during COVID times, it's a little different than what we had pre-COVID. There's a little bit different process, and this process, specifically speaking, COVID, starts at about 15 days prior to sailing. Now, 30 days prior to sailing, you can check in. You upload your passports or your birth certificates or whatever it is, the travel documents. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what you need specifically for COVID-related items. Now, as mentioned, COVID, right? It's not everybody's favorite. It's kind of annoying, and with things changing constantly, it's good to keep up with what it is. Now, time of recording, what you need to do is 15 days or within 15 days of your cruise sailing, sign it into the Disney Cruise app or online on the desktop, and you start uploading your documents. This is done through Inspire Diagnostics. It's a third-party system that Disney Cruise Line has partnered with that will get all your COVID information and upload it, okay? Right now, anybody 5 years old and up needs to be vaccinated. I'm gonna say that again. 5 and up needs to be vaccinated. You have to be vaccinated if you're sailing. Now, if you have a child that's 4 or younger, they can go. There's a different process. We'll talk about that in a minute. But as of right now, 5 and up needs to be vaccinated. That's not only just the shots, you need to have the shots done plus the 2 weeks after. Now, I know Pfizer and Moderna, that's the 2 shots, and then the Johnson & Johnson, the 1 shot, and then 2 weeks after for all of them. Then you're considered fully vaccinated, then you can go. That's for children and adults, 5 and up. Okay, you upload that information. It's actually really simple to upload. Now, one thing you got to do is you got to be patient. Okay, it's going to say pending on there forever. Some people, it says pending on there until you get to the cruise port. So just beware that it takes some time as you upload all your vaccination documents, that it can take some time, and it will say pending for a long time. Another tip I want to share with you is a lot of people will just back themselves up. I will always have a picture of my vaccination card on my phone as backup. And I actually also keep it with my passport and stuff, because I travel nonstop for work. I'm always traveling. So I have my COVID vaccination card with my passport at all times. That may or may not be right for you, but just make sure you have a backup, whether it's a picture or the actual card with you. I like to, like I said, I like to put mine with my passport. It's just good to have. So if something happens along the line, you can say, here it is. It's better to have it and not need it, and then need it and not have it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's good to have a backup. Take those pictures, maybe carry it with you, whatever you're most comfortable with. And if you are going to bring it with you, do not, I repeat, do not put it in your checked luggage, okay? Once your luggage is gone, your checked bags are gone, your bags are going, okay? So definitely keep it with you in your carry-on. Whatever you have, your backpack, your purse, keep it with you. Now, for those who are 5 years old and up, once you get to the cruise terminal, you will be taking a COVID test. This is a PCR test. It's actually very simple. It's a pretty shallow nasal swab on both the nostrils for a few seconds each side. It's not difficult. You put that in a file, they walk you right through it. It's easy, but the hard part is waiting for those results to come in. It takes on average 30 minutes to an hour for them to get those results back to you and let you know it's safe for you and your party to board. And that's all done in a tent, a big tent with a loud air conditioning fan. It's actually pretty simple, but it's kind of weird. I don't know, it's kind of just this awkward little moment there. You're sitting with your group and a bunch of other groups. Of course, you're socially distant in this tent. It's a big tent, don't get me wrong. Once your name pops up on the screen, and likely you'll more than likely get an update on your email through the Inspire Diagnostics website saying that you're cleared to sail before it shows up on the screen in that tent room. So just keep refreshing that app. That's where you'll probably see it first. Or sometimes you'll get an email saying you're cleared to sail as well. So one of the 3 messages, you'll be able to pick it out which ones you cleared to sail. And also you'll also hear people cheering. It's exciting. It really is. Once they're cleared to sail, they'll start cheering, and you'll want to be like, oh my gosh, where am I? You know, and you know, it's sad when the people don't get cleared, because it does happen. Sailing last week, actually 95 people that were supposed to sail did not get on because members of their party tested positive. So yes, it is stressful, and it can be nail biting. Just stay positive and do your best. Stay healthy. You know, you can only do your best when it comes to that. And once you get cleared to go, once you get that, it'll be a green check mark and you'll see your name pop up on the screen. You're good to go. Once you leave the tent, you're getting on the ship. It's just normal security stuff through there. So you need your passports again. You'll need your identifications. If you're bringing kids that don't have passports, birth certificates, whatever it is that you signed up for at the 30 days, you're going to need when it comes for getting through security. Now, backing up a little bit, we talked about earlier about the kids who can't be vaccinated. The children 4 years and younger, they will need a pre-trip COVID test done 72 hours prior to sailing. Okay, 72 hours prior to sailing, they are going to need to get that done. Now, this can pose a challenge to some people, and I'll explain why. First of all, testing a child can be a little frustrating, especially if they're 2 years old and they don't know what COVID is. They don't get it. So my suggestion to that, we have a 2-year-old at home. What my suggestion is, just take a little Q-tip and do some practice tests. Just do some practice tests. We did that with our daughter, and she actually kind of got a kick out of it, weirdly, but it made getting tested really easy. So that was nice. Okay. So yeah, just do some practice tests. And now the 72-hour window is super crucial. There's a few ways to do it. What we're going to do for our cruise is we are going to order an at-home kit through Inspired Diagnostics. They're going to ship it to us. Now, the reason why I say we're going to do it this way is because once we head out to Florida, we got a 7-day trip in Disney World prior to our cruise. So we're not going to be able to do that at home. So, and I don't really know the place out there very well, so I'm going to go ahead and order that kit. It does cost $98, but it does provide a lot of peace of mind because it is a kit that is provided by Inspired Diagnostics. It's one that they accept, and what we do is they give you instructions. You do the swab, you put it in the vial, put it in your overnight package, you run it to a UPS store, and they'll send it in. Now, it's going to take, obviously, the night and at least 1 to 2 days after that. So it is super crucial that you get that done at the 72-hour mark as soon as you possibly can. That way you're not missing out on any kind of just last minute, oops, I got to get this done kind of deals. Just get it done 72 hours prior. If you live in Florida or you're living at home, make sure you get to a place that not only can get you your test, your PCR test in 1 to 3 days, but make sure they also will test on children younger than age 3. We've run into that a few times where they can get you the test in time, but they won't test on anybody younger than 3. I know some CVSs are like that, some Walgreens are like that. So just do your calls around. Our youngest is 2, so that's why we're going to do the Inspired Diagnostics. Like I said, it's $100, but it's going to provide a great peace of mind knowing that we're doing it through them. Now, if they don't get the test results in time, they have it clearly written out on their website that there's a Inspired Diagnostics in the airport, MCO, and there's also an Inspired Diagnostics over by the cruise terminal, where which you can set up an appointment to go in and have their pre-trip COVID test done within that 72-hour window. This must be done before you show up. And yes, if they're 4 and younger, they still need that COVID test done when everybody else is getting their COVID test done. So yeah, they're getting 2 COVID tests done before they even set sail. Super crucial. I hope that all made sense as far as testing. If it didn't, put the questions that you might have in the comment section. Now, once everybody's on board, it's pretty clearly identified right now, but if you do not know this already, masks are required indoors. Everywhere, indoors, all times, okay? Except for your stateroom, of course. Now, when you get to the dining room and you sit at your table, you can take your masks off and you can enjoy your meal. But for everywhere else, you are required to do the mask. Some exceptions to this is when there is a photography session going on with an actual shutters photographer. You can, when it's right, they'll tell you when, you can take your mask off for the picture, take the picture, and then put it back on. During that whole time, you are socially distant. And it's pretty simple. They will walk you through it. It's really not hard. So my suggestion for you, and again, I have little ones, okay? I'm going to get them the lanyards. I'm going to get the lanyards that they can wear on their mask. It's going to be difficult with a 2-year-old who doesn't know what COVID is, who doesn't like putting stuff on their face. So we're going to make sure they have a lanyard because that thing's going to be coming up. It's going to be a constant battle. And that's just the way 2-year-olds can be. So that's just how we're gonna have to deal with it. That being said, because the children will just bring a bunch of extra masks that are comfortable for them. Now, I might go a little bit further and say, bring something that they're interested in. Our 2-year-old likes wearing masks that she actually has interest in, whether it be, we got a panda one for her, or she likes school buses, so we got a mask that has school buses on there. She's much more likely to wear those masks than she is having one of those surgical blue masks that are just plain and simply uncomfortable. So definitely consider that if you're bringing little ones. Find masks that they like, that has maybe one of their favorite characters on it, something like that. So that's gonna about wrap it up for us today when it comes to pre-trip COVID tips and tricks. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you have any tips or hidden secrets that you're hanging on to that can help my family or other families out? Put it in the comment section. And if you receive value from anything that we talked about today, definitely consider liking and subscribing to our channel. We would greatly appreciate that. We do have a lot of fun here on this channel. We have a Facebook group over on Facebook. It's called the Campbell Chronicles. We also have the Campbell Chronicles Instagram page as well. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you real soon. And remember, adventure is out there.
Do it for you. Let me show you.